I bought a taco. So, I finally did it. I went out and I bought me a taco. Back when I started, I've had an F-150, switched that to a different F-150, then I went from there to a Transit when I lived in Kentucky, and then ultimately got the Bronco, but I just wasn't feeling it, you know? So I went out and I got a 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. So I figured, hey, you know what? It's time. You know, we're doing pretty good with the channel. Like, don't get me wrong, the Bronco was nice for what it needed, all-wheel drive, but this truck right here, I've had it for just over a week. So this is going to be like a 1-week post review of the 2023 TRD Pro. Let me get this thing fired up. Let me show you the interior a little bit. It's got a nice JBL sound system, power windows and everything. It's got heated seats, power seats. And this thing actually reclines back pretty far. It's not going to recline back as far. I got the rear seats down. But it's pretty nice. All nice leather interior. Just to remind you, it is a TRD Pro. Also has a sunroof, which is pretty nice. In terms of, you know, outdoors and everything, I think this will suit our needs quite well. We're going to be taking this thing camping pretty soon. Let's get this thing fired up. It's got 4-wheel drive right here, hazards, like I said, heated seats, dual temperature control, heated mirrors, blind spot monitoring. It's got parking sensors. This right here, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Here's a wireless charging pad, power window. And then up here you got your rear diff lock. This is multi-terrain. It's got a crawl mode too. Press that, get out of pretty much anything if you're stuck. We'll open up the sunroof. Opens up all nice. Let's close that. And you can also crack it. And this came straight from the factory like this. Has a built-in safe for your center console. Cup holder's nice. It's got one here, two here. It's got 2 in each door, as well as 2 in each back seat, and then it's got 2 right here. So it's got a pretty good amount of cup holders, which is perfect because I'm always rocking cup holders here. I got batteries everywhere. Let's see what else. It's got 3 different garage door buttons right here. It's also got the remote start and everything. It's got your cruise control right here. And a cool feature about it is, let's see if y'all can see that. It's got the lane assist right here. But right here is if you have cruise control on, you can push this, set your distance that you want to be from the car in front of you. So I think that's pretty cool. So for example, if I'm in cruise control and I have this set to 3 cars, if a car cuts in front of me, it automatically slows the truck down. Moving on to the exterior. If I have the key in my pocket, it'll beep to let me know. It's got beefy Goodyear tires. It's got a nice suspension. It's got the off-road suspension in it. Back seat, they fold down. It's got cargo right in here. It's got a nice cargo bay in here. Also, whenever you flip your seats down, as you can see on that one, it's got a hard shell to protect the back of the seats. Like I said, 2 extra cup holders right here. Power windows. Also has rear leather seats. And you can also store your headrest on the back of the seat as well. It goes in these two holes right here. Rear sliding door. TRD Pro is stamped into it. Like I said, 4x4. It's also got a step right here, help you access the back. Moving into the back, comes with a tri-fold, straight out the factory. Toyota stamped right into it. And then it's got in here, it's got a little cargo compartment. And that power button in there that said ECT power, that is for this outlet right here. It's also got bed lights. Let's go ahead and turn those bad boys on. Like I said, this right here is for that outlet back in there. Let's turn them on, see what we got. Flip that button on, turns these bad boys on right in here, as well as that back one. Also, you got Toyota right in here. This thing practically has a 360 camera system in it as well. Go ahead, turn those off. Front suspension. It's got that off-road suspension. I'll put all the specs on the screen. Moving on to the headlights real quick. It's got the TRD right here. Fog lights are the Rigid Industries. And it's got the Pro right in here. Moving on to the bottom, skid plate is metal, straight out the factory. That way, you know, when we take it down trails and everything to do our outdoor adventures, it's not going to mess up. The Broncos, it was plastic. It wasn't the best, but it got us through all of our adventures, did what it needed to do. We just needed to upgrade, so I thought, you know, it was time. It's got a roof rack. It'll come in handy. Maximum load of this roof rack is 100 pounds evenly distributed. And I believe, ooh, this is fancy. So what I didn't know, okay, so we are going through the features blindly on this truck. I didn't know it had some of these features. I didn't know that right here, this roof rack right here, comes up and swings in. So that's going to be handy when it comes to our canoe. Also, it's got the antenna right here. We're not going to have to worry about hitting anything with our canoe. Because with the Bronco, you had to manually take the antenna off and set it in the back seat. But it wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit of a hassle. So knowing that that roof rack right there, those rails swing, that's going to be perfect for us when it comes to the canoe. It's also got a hood scoop right here. And this is nice about the TRD Pro. It's got the heritage map right in here on the top. We'll do a nice little 360 of it. I love the aesthetic and how this right here is stamped in. It's a nice truck. I've had no issues whatsoever. Of course, I've only owned it for a week. It's got 21,000 miles on it. It gets about 20 miles to the gallon, and it costs less than, you know, 50 bucks to fill up. Full tank gets you about 300 miles. Not too bad. We're gonna be taking it through here, which isn't drastic or anything, but hey, nice way to test it out. Take it through some 2-track. We'll test its turn radius. This thing practically turns on a dime. Also, the reason I got this truck, I believe it has a hauling capacity of about 6,000 pounds. So whenever we do decide to get, you know, a trailer, we decide to get a boat, this will haul it no problem. So let's get geared up and take this thing down this 2-track. Now, just for fun, we're going to try out our 4-wheel drive. Put her in 4 high. It'll start blinking. Flip our lights back to auto. Fog lights are pretty nice, and these are some super bright lights. I'll take these off just for now. And I really do like how this right here has this wireless charging pad. You just press this button right here. It's all nice and perfect. Got the GoPro on the side. Hopefully it stays put. It's a very smooth ride. Now I did decide to come down here to public land because I knew there was going to be like no one out here. Here's that clear cut that they made. Does pretty good. It handles the bumps well. It's got that good suspension in it too. Let's go this way where no one's been. Someone has came through here. It's got that 360 camera. Let's see. It's got perfect. It's a nice camera. This right here is for your hitch. Helps you line up for your hitch. It's very easy to shift, and also you got the sport modes too. You can manually shift it. Just gotta push it over. All in all, my thoughts for this truck, it's a really nice truck. I have no complaints whatsoever. There is one thing, and I think it's probably my phone's fault, but it keeps disconnecting from Android Auto, but I can live with that, and I just gotta clean my phone port. I don't think I'll have any issue cleaning the port off. This truck, like I said, I'm very impressed with this truck. Handled quite well. And what I like about those rails, I actually moved those rails. And what I didn't see about it, I could put the GoPro right up here, as you can see. But it's also got tie downs right here. Y'all can see that. It's got some tie downs. So So I think that's pretty cool. All in all, this truck right here, it's going to suit my needs quite well. And it's probably going to be the only truck I buy. You know, with all the maintenance they say, all you need to do the maintenance it requires. Should last a lifetime. All in all, I think this is going to be the perfect truck. It's going to suit me for what I need it to do. It's going to help me go through life's adventures, you know, help take us off the beaten path, allow me to film more adventures for you guys to check out, as well as getting to see new things. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Holmes Outdoors. I will catch y'all on the next adventure. Peace.